Right, Rob, let's talk title race then. And Arsenal just 4 points ahead of Manchester City after that 1-1 draw at Brentford last night. Bigger picture, having looked at the game, is that a point gained or 2 points dropped?
2 points dropped, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. When you look at Arsenal, where they are, where they arrive, and being top of the league and top of the Champions League, and let's face it, the best team in the country right now, based on form and how they play in every single game, their consistency, they're the best team. Or they're the team to beat. Yeah, of course, Liverpool are the champions, and City are City, incredible team. But you have to say that when you play in Brentford and you're Arsenal and you're top of the league, you should beat Brentford.
Mikel posted a picture across the socials at his operation. How did it go? And is there any timeline at all about when we could see him? Could we see him before the end of the season?
Well, I think the doctors were really happy the way it went. Now it starts obviously a long process. You're talking about bone healing, so you need to be patient. You respect the timings. I'm sure Mikel is going to do everything that he possibly can to speed up that recovery. And the time frames, we're talking about months, whether it's 3 or 4 or 5, we don't know.
That's very clear. And when you draw against Brentford and you're trying to win the Premier League title, 2 points lost. So we could be, in a couple of months' time, looking back at that result and thinking, maybe that's where the disruption was. Now, both teams, I think City and Arsenal, I think those two will be the two at the top at the end. But those two, I think, will have some inconsistent results over the next couple of months. For Arsenal, you just hope that that wasn't the start of 2 or 3 bad results, because let's face it, and it's weird because in the last few weeks, in the last maybe 3 weeks or so, 3.5 weeks, every week I'm like, okay, Arsenal will win it now. Then City, then City will come back.
Yeah.
Then no, Arsenal will. I did say at the start of the season that Manchester City, for me, were the title favourites. So if I was going to pick one to win the title, at the beginning, I said Manchester City. But I've been so impressed by this Arsenal team this season. Yes, it's been up and down, but the consistency and the levels that they've reached, and also they've added the quality players to their squad. I've just been so impressed by Arsenal this season.
Do you think that the biggest thing that could hold Arsenal back from winning the Premier League this season is the psychological scarring that everyone seems to say must be there because they've come second 3 times in a row, and the nervousness of the fans, and every time Arsenal drop points, the story in the media is, oh, Arsenal, are they going to bottle it again? Is it about how you handle that and getting over that psychological pressure? Is that the big thing that's either going to win Arsenal the Premier League or not?
Absolutely, yeah. Because when you look at the 4 points clear and where they are, you know, we're in middle February. You have now got to turn it on, and your psychology of it has to be, let's go win it. There's pressures. Those pressures are going to be outside noises, all of these things. But I think Arsenal are capable of handling that. The biggest thing is themselves, Arsenal. Only they could win the title, and only they could lose the title.
Do you think the previous experiences then, do you think they actually are good when you come to do it again, or are they a burden because you think about the near misses? Or do you think coming into this season, it's made them stronger?
This season, it's now faced with, can Arsenal just do it themselves, and can they win the title or not? And I believe it's going to be purely down to them, because, listen, when you achieve great things and when you big titles or whatever, not just Premier League, I just mean in general, most things that you go and achieve that are brilliant, and you think, when you look back and you think, how did we do that? 9 times out of 10, it's filled with absolute persistence, consistency, and pure drive to go and win the title. That's what Arsenal need to do now.
I don't know, it could be going all the way down to the wire, this.
It will do. I'm saying it's going down to the last 2 games.
OK. I hope not. It's not good for my ticker, that. Right, stay with us. We've got a lot more on the way.
But simple answer is yes, because look at the difference last year. You felt that nobody was really, and even if they scored 1, they weren't getting another one last season. This season, it's as if Liverpool can concede 2 or 3 at any moment in the game. And that's been the difference. And one of them, the detail, is when you look at it, that in possession, the out of possession, and the transitions. The other one is the set pieces. When you look at the set pieces, and when he looks at all those different areas, he says, okay, well, what's going on here? Now, it's based on Premier League football and European football. Premier League football is much more in the air now and much more set piece focused. So there's a lot more pressure going on Liverpool in those areas. And that's why they're not being able to handle it. So I'm sure in the dressing room with Van Dijk and Konate and Alisson, all the top players and the voices in that dressing room are saying, let's do better. Because you have to do better. Because you're title contenders or the champions, and we're trying to do something in the Premier League. But this area, that set-piece area, is way below what the level should be.
Well, they've conceded the most in the Premier League, and they have the second worst differential in terms of how many they score and how many they concede, as opposed to Arsenal, who are top of that list.
You can't win a title if you're very, very poor on set pieces, because the difference is, in a game that maybe you have to win, you're 1-0 up, you're 2-0 up, and now psychologically you'll probably go and win the game, or you're 1-0 down and sometimes 2-0 down, and all of a sudden we've got to find a way to get 3 goals. That's way harder. You're going to lose most games in that way. So right now, Liverpool are struggling in that area. They have to find a solution for it, because it's way below the level that should be.
Well, the main thing now is just to come in the top 5, which we think will get you into the Champions League. It's not a given, but it's going that way like it was last season. If Liverpool do not qualify for the Champions League, will Slot be there next season?
I think it'd be very, very difficult, because, let's face it, Arne Slot will know that his priority, his, I guess, remit to what the job is you have to be in the Champions League. And just same as Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta, you have to be in the Champions League. You have to be one of the top 3 and 4 title contenders. It'll be very difficult next season, or at the end of the season, if Liverpool are not in the Champions League, because Liverpool are a Champions League team. Let's face it, that's the level that they should be at. So anything below that is below the level that Liverpool should be at.
It's going to be a real bum fight, isn't it? You sense that one of Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea will probably miss out on Champions League, which would be
right
massive.
Now, the Premier League title race feels less like a 3-horse sprint and more like a pressure test for Arsenal. Every match they play shifts the entire mood of the league, win, and the chase pack start sweating, slip up, and suddenly the door swings wide open. That's what makes this run-in so dramatic. The table might show a tight race, but the momentum is clearly in Arsenal's hands. They don't just need to be good, they need to be ruthless, because even one off day can flip the narrative overnight. The scary part for everyone else? Arsenal aren't just scraping by, they're controlling games, managing pressure, and looking more like a team that knows what's at stake. When you reach this stage of the season, it's not